Hello everyone, Abdulkas here. Today we're going to deal with multiplication and division in number-based system. Now, let's say you are given 1001 times 111 base 2. Now, when you have something like this, there are two ways you can go about it. Now, remember that our natural multiplication is usually on base 10. So since you already know how to convert numbers to base 10 from previous class that I taught you, then it means that you can actually convert 1001 base 2 to base 10 and convert 111 base 2 to base 10 and then multiply it naturally like you multiply every day. Then the answer that you get, you can now convert the answer also to base 2. So when you understand how to convert, then whether you are dividing, whether you are subtracting, whether you are adding, all of those things become easier because you can actually convert it to base 10 and then do your natural addition. Then the answer that you get, you now convert the answer to base whatever was given. And why it is also necessary that you should convert in this kind of situation is that there are situations where what you are multiplying is not in the same base. For example, they can tell you 111 base 2 times 111 base 3. And then they can also tell you to put your answer, let your answer be in either base 2 or base 3. So now you can't multiply something that are in two different bases. So the only way you can solve it is by converting all of them to base 10 and then do your natural multiplication. Then convert your answer to the base that is asked in the question. So think about it that way. So now we have this. So what we can do is, remember, we can do the natural direct multiplication if it is just something simple, the same base and everything. And you know your normal natural multiplication. We have 1001 and then 111. Then you draw your line and then you do 1 times 1 is going to give you 1. 1 times 0 is going to give you 0. 1 times 0 is going to give you another 0. 1 times 1 will give you 1. Then we move to the next. 1 times 1 is going to give you 1. You already know your laws of multiplication, from your JSS class. So, and then you have 1 times 0, 0 again. 1 times 0, another 0. 1 times 1, another 1. Then we move to the last one, which is now 1 times 1 is going to give you 1. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 1, 1. Then remember, you multiply and then you add. All right. So we now add. 1 is going to give us 1 here. 0 and 1 will give us 1. Base 2, remember. 0, 0, 1 will give us 1. 1, 0, 0 will give us 1. 1, 0 will give us 1. 1 will give us also 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. That's your answer. So as you can see, just to multiply that, this is the answer you're going to get. But let's do it the other way. Let's say we are not just directly multiplying. We want to convert all of them to base 10 and then multiply the answer. And then our answer will now convert that to our base, which is base 2. So what we'll do if we have to do that, remember our expansion method. So we have 1001. So what we'll do, we rank it. Remember, you rank it. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3. That's our rank. So now remember what you need to do. You start from the left. 1 times the base 2 raised to power 3 plus 0 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 0 times 2 again raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. So what you can now do is you say 2 raised to power 3 is 8 because 2 times 2, 4 times 2 again, 8. So you have 8 times 1, which is 8, plus 0 times 2 raised to power 2. 2 raised to power 2 is 4, but times 0 is 0. So plus 2 raised to power 1 is 2, but times 0 becomes 0 again. Then plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. Any number raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So what we have is 8 plus 1, which is going to give you 9. So we have converted the first one to base 10, and what we have is 9. All right, then we need to convert the second one also to base 10. So what we need to do, the same process, we have, let's rank it 0, 1, 2, and then we have 1 times 2 raised to power 2 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 1 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0, as you know already. So 1 times 2 raised to power 2 is 4. So 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 times 2 raised to power 1, which is 2, plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0. 2 raised to power 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So what you have is 4 plus 2 plus 1, which is 7. So what you have now is 7. So what we have in this particular first numbers is 9 when we convert it to base 10, and now the second one is 7 when we convert. So when we times it, it's going to be 9 times 7, which is going to give us 63. So now we have 63 as the answer if everything were to be on base 10 is 63. But remember, because what we are asked is in base 2, that 63 is base 10, we need to convert that answer, which is the 63, to base 2. How do we convert to base 2? The long division method. So we carry our 63 and then say base 2. 2 into 63. 31, remainder 1. Then we now have the next, which is now 2 into 31. So 2 into 31, it will be 15, remainder 1. Now 2 into 15, 7, remainder 1. Now 2 into 7 will give us 3. 3, all right, 2 into 7 will be 3, remainder 1. We'll put 3. Remainder 1. 2 into 3 will give us 1. 2 can go into 3 1 times, remainder 1. We have remainder 1. 2 into 1, it can't go, so we put 0, remainder 1. So what would now be our answer? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, base 2. As you can see, we got the same answer, just like when we did the direct multiplication. Now, why it is necessary for you to learn by expanding, or to solve this mostly by expanding and converting them to base 10 and doing your normal multiplication, is that serves almost all purposes. Because let's say you're given a number in a particular base and you have to multiply it with a number of a different base. So what you need to do is to convert both numbers to base 10 and then multiply naturally. Then the answer that you have, you now convert it to the base that you are asked to present your answer as. So that being said, let's say now you are given 1, 2, 1 base 3 times 2, 3, 1 base 4. You have to convert to base 10. So when you convert both to base 10, then you can just do your natural multiplication, and then the answer that you get becomes the answer in base 10, remember. Now, whenever they ask you a question like this, they will always tell you what you should present your answer as. Now, let's say you're given another question, 11001 base 2 divided by 111 base 2. You're told to divide it. Now, division is a very complex process if you want to do it through the base system. So, the simplest way is to just convert the 11001 to base 10. Convert the 111 to base 10 and then do your natural division. The result, which is the answer that you get, you now convert that answer to the base 2, and then you have your answer right there. So whether it be division or multiplication, that shouldn't scare you, because you can always convert all of those things to base 10 and you do your natural division. So that shows that the most important thing that you should know is the conversion. Converting to base 10 or converting from base 10 to a different base. So if you can do that, which is already covered in the previous lesson that I did, if you can learn that and be good at the conversion, then all of this becomes piece of cake. And by the way, calculate 121 base 3 times 231 base 4. Calculate it and drop your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching again, and bye for now.